First rule is don't have too many rules. That's Imtiaz Ali on the rules of making a great road movie. I'm Anupama Chopra and you're watching Perfect Strokes. Here's Imtiaz on what makes a road movie work.
I didn't even realize that travel is important to me actually. And it's only in retrospect now when I look at my movies that I feel that travel must be important to the man who made these movies. One of the first stories that I had written, maybe the first film story that I ever thought of was Highway. So straight on I was on travel. So when you write a movie, you write, I think, more what you want and in fact only what you want. So there I started noticing that travel is reflecting a lot. I can imagine that the rules of making a good road movie would be the first one, not to have too many rules. When we go to work, we have a lot of plans. If we have few plans, we'll end up perhaps making a better road movie. Because if you just hear the words road movie, it would mean that the road is a very big character or the travel is a very big character. It is not something that you can control. You cannot control the light, the weather. You cannot have any control over the people that are therefore going to come into your film. You have to keep an open mind and go there and see what is going on and try to make your story go with that. I tried that on Highway. Like, I had a story, of course, but I tried to leave that. I tried to leave all plans behind. In fact, I was so insecure while I was shooting Highway because I did not even have a script. I just had a line. So, because I wanted to take as much as possible from the journey. I guess, I don't know whether it turned out to be a good film or not, but I think the experience or the reason for making it was satisfied. If possible, use the characters that you might meet, talk to them, convince them to come in. Then you will get the smell of the land in your work. Use music, because very often filmmakers like myself might ignore the effect of sound in the audio-visual industry that we are in. But sound really makes you go there. You must allow the story to change a little bit. You have to be very sure about the story, but you can allow it to change because if you make a road movie, maybe you will be on the road for a long time and you will not remain the same person that you were when you started. You need to be tight, you need to have few people, you need to have those people that are okay to sleep in a dhaba occasionally, go to the loo in the woods sometimes, things like that. So you have to have a strong team and everyone should know what they are doing. There cannot be chaos on the way because you are always going to be in a real situation. You will not be in a set where people understand what filmmaking is about. You will always be with people who'd never seen filming before. The important thing to do when you go to shoot in a certain place is do not just avoid and ignore the best places or the most popular places of that town. Just don't shoot there. See the whole thing and see where your story lends itself. Don't try to, we all will have a tendency that, Arey yaar, Eiffel Tower dikh raha hai, it's looking so beautiful, Notre Dame dikh raha hai, it's fine, let's just place a scene over here. That's when it starts looking artificial. If you listen to your story in a foreign land, then the foreign land will give you the location that is suited to the story at that point of time, which is where you open up those aspects of that place which have not been seen before, especially by the Indian audience. The key skill for making a road film will be people skills. Whether you are interested in people, you will meet people with different points of view, different mentalities, different languages, and you talking to them will always be easier if you like people. If you are what's called Adam Bezar in Urdu, like if you get pissed with people, then this is not the job for you. Because people will come up and say things to you that you will find illogical. But it's their place, you've got to play by their rules. So if you are the person that can talk nicely with people, make them see sense, and can understand their points of view as well, it'll be easier. We were shooting at night in villages in Haryana. If you ever go there, you will see that when the sun sets, everyone drinks, and the old people, the old men, become very rowdy. They start screaming and abusing, and it's very difficult to control them at that point of time. You just cannot. So we were at a certain place and we were shooting, but this was not in the village. This was on the side, and people started coming in and they started to ask who's the hero, what is going on, Shah Rukh Khan hai ki nahi, Salman hai ki nahi. They feel that where the film industry goes, everybody comes. They feel that Madhuri should be here right now. What happened really is that there was some squabble with some local people. They wanted to come in front of the camera, and we told them that that's not possible. So one of our guards, he took out his gun. Instantly, there were some 7-8 people who took out guns and put on him. Obviously, he couldn't stop them. So all these guys now came near the camera, and again to handle them and to understand the fact that ultimately they want attention and they want to see what the hell is going on, and they want to feel as though if it is my land, I am the boss and you are not. So all that got handled, and so that's the crazy experience I could first think of. My favorite filmmakers, some of them have travel and some of them don't have travel. But I also like those movies that are about places that I have not been, places that are not usual to cinema. I could instantly think of a movie called, it's a Chechenian film called Prisoner of the Mountain, translated to English. And it's about a small village in Chechnya where a Russian soldier is kidnapped and kept, and there's a small house and a little girl and all of that. There's no way that a movie like that will not be impressive to me, because it is taking me to a place where I've not been and perhaps will never go. So more than even the travel, the experience of being somewhere is the greatest gift that I get from cinema. It could be an Emir Kusturica film that is based in Bosnia or a certain gypsy village where I've not been, but he takes me there. So that's what I really enjoy about films. Not necessarily about travel. The only travel guide that you should read is the one that you write while you're on the travel. If you read from a book, from a guide about the places where you have to go, it's not so good. The only relevant or the important one is what you write, what you discover on your own over there. Especially for a filmmaker, this is very important.